On today's Minute Apes, after my lean, I've been craving nothing but French fries and mayonnaise. Maybe a smash burger, or a smash humans, or smash Caesar!
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Ready to the divine bomb.
Whether I was a human or not that human! There is fire, there is smoke.
The minute of the apes. 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 Yay!
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies 1 minute at a time. And I'm officially crowning you as the best teaser amongst the three of us.
I really do want French fries with mayonnaise, but
I love that too.
But it's just I gotta hop back on my eating good again, eating great.
So on
well.
your trip to LA, you texted us and said that you were getting kind of a cheat day or whatever you want, indulgence day.
It's been a cheat weekend. I had sushi
yum.
on mid-afternoon Thursday. Then I went to a whiskey bar, which you guys know about. And after that, I found a place that had burgers and fries. It was just kind of shitty burgers and fries. Like I want a do-over.
Right.
You ever like I'm gonna go whole hog on something, you know, and I'm gonna have this great pizza, and then you have it, and it's not really good. And you're like,
Okay, I
Can I
swear to God,
redo
I
this?
had that same thing yesterday. I've been doing my best to get back to just being smart about I'm eating this and that whole thing we talked
After
about.
last weekend, yeah.
Well, I'd actually, it was funny. I had started that week prior to that, and so when you said it, I was like, holy shit, I'm in that place right now with what's in my wallet, what can I afford? Well, Abby's been out of town all week with friends going to Florida on vacation, and Shell and I yesterday were like, what do we want to do? We got a day to ourselves. And she said, you know what? You usually allow yourself, and I do, when I do this, I allow myself one indulgence meal per week, and it's only one meal. It's not a weekend. I go, that's what I'm having, and the rest of the time I'm incredibly good. So I said, I want a burger. I don't do a lot of burgers, but I want one, and I want a beer. We go and find this place over here, and she's like, they have burgers now. It was the shittiest burger. And it was, you know, I want to go to Angry Dog in Deep Ellum. Did you ever eat there?
Yeah,
Either of you?
I've eaten there. Yeah.
So, I mean, they have those big, fat, juicy
And big
pieces of meat.
milkshakes,
Oh, my
yeah.
God. It's the way burgers meant to. This literally was like someone scraped the top of that burger off and put it on a bun. And I was like, I fucked up my week for that.
I know exactly. Don't you hate that? Like I want to
Yes.
do over. Right? It was. We went and had not. I really have had a lot. We went and had nachos last night at Mario's. I haven't been in a while. 2 nights ago, and it wasn't salty enough for me. I was like, can I just pour salt on everything?
I need
can
my cow lick,
Can I
please?
redo this again? Because this isn't really what I want to taste right now. It's close, but I just feel like I'm wasting this moment.
Yeah, for me, it's I'll get a wild hair up my ass every now and then about Domino's pizza. It's
Really?
absolute garbage, and I get it, and I regret it.
Whatever.
But as soon as I eat it, I go. Well, I mean, I craved it. There's better pizza. I will eat. I know where to get better pizza, but I will just get a small Domino's and eat those 2 slices, and then just be so sad as I'm saving the rest of it for 2 other meals.
There are so many movies, too, that I think of that you and I have gone together where you'll get that pizza at the movie theater.
Yeah, those pitiful, ugly pizzas.
I will watch him, and he'll put jalapenos all over it and that kind of thing. And I am the classic, give me a thing of popcorn and a Coke when I go to a movie. But Sean eats that, and I'm always... and
Oh, it's not a good pizza.
I
at all,
don't
no.
criticize
It's movie
anybody for
pizza.
what they want to indulge in, but when I look at that, I'm like, I'll be on the toilet in 5 minutes if I eat that.
Okay, so I just want to.
Use your words.
I'm waiting for the plane to fly back to Dallas, and some dude sat down next to me, and it was just like this train wreck of things that you really don't want. He opened up one of those pizzas, ate an entire pizza in front of me, then took the napkin that he'd wiped his mouth with, rubbed his bald, sweaty head with the napkin. Then blew his nose into the napkin.
Did he wipe his ass too?
Then blew his nose in the napkin. Put it in the box. Set the box away. Then, I shit you not, he picked up his phone and made a voice call. And I had to listen to 20 minutes of a fucking voice call about why he doesn't want his aunt to go over to see his mom because his mom's not doing well and his aunt is mean to his mom. Out loud. Like not with little headphones, not with, I'm not a text. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this. I don't. We're at the point now in society where I do not want to hear somebody's voice call. I don't.
Well, I'm just impressed he got service in the air.
Well, no, he's sitting next to me. All I could think about is please don't sit next to me on the plane. Please don't sit next to me on the plane. Luckily, he wasn't.
So not to take, we're going to get to Apes. I promise this is not an in-between. We'll get there, but this is too good, and I'm curious. Does the sound of people eating in an isolated situation where you're not eating, does that bother either of you guys?
Nah, I don't mind.
It doesn't bother me in a place where it's appropriate.
Okay, if you're not eating and there's still
if we're at a restaurant and somebody is eating, if we're outside and somebody's
fair.
eating, if we're doing something like that, when we're in the middle of the airport, we were held hostage to him eating.
Yeah,
the entire waiting area. Yeah. We were hostage to his phone conversation.
Right.
I mean, I had to put some headphones on, and I could just see everybody's eyes roll as we were like having to listen to this guy have this conversation.
And was he loud about that conversation?
It was so loud.
I mean, for
so
me,
loud.
Yeah. For me, it's people who don't keep their mouth closed when they're chewing.
That bugs
smacking.
me.
I don't need to see what you're.
Well, don't do
eating.
it. Don't do it.
What bugs me is not so much eating, but people that crunch things and into it. I'm like, if I eat a chip, and you and I have talked about this, we share that almost incessant love of chips.
They had chips at bar my nachos. And we're not salted enough. But yeah, go
that's funny because the shitty place we went, and because friends I know listen to it, I will not name the name of that place. I will not shame them because they have a wonderful beer selection. Their food sucks. However, they brought out chips ahead of it, and there was zero salt on it. And so I put it in my mouth, and I was
point?
like,
What? You need salty fried goodness. I mean, that just can't be fried.
So here's my problem with that. When somebody does this, if you a chip, most chips can be put in your mouth. You can close your lips and go honk. Those people that somehow feel the need to bite into it, then shove the rest in. It's like going to the movie theater and somebody with the popcorn. I'm like, holy Christ!
I like to take the chip and like to put it in far enough that my tongue can get on the chip. That way I can close my mouth around it and I can taste the salt and the crunch as I crunch down on it. I don't need to have my mouth open as I bite into it. I need to to get it in there and get it on my tongue.
As a salt lover, is it the taste, or to me it's also that feel, that bit of a burn that good saltiness can have. I just am addicted.
I love
to
a nice flaky salt. Like if it's a nice little flaky flavor on top of the chips or something, as opposed to just like table salt.
In my 54 years, you're the first friend I've ever known that loves salt as much as I do. So I appreciate that. I like that we are kindred spirits in that way.
I don't keep in mind when I'm Monday through Friday, I don't have salt. Like I don't put it in things.
Right.
Until I have those moments where I need it, like on a chip.
Right.
Like I do love salty things, salty pretzels, that kind of stuff. But it's not common for me to have salt.
I eat tomatoes often, and I will salt those to an extent because I love a
tomato
little.
salt.
Yeah. Or if you put just enough to bring out the acidity in that, I will do that. And I have that a lot of times if I ever have eggs. I love eggs with tomato. I just love that combination. So I do it, but like you, I don't eat a ton of salt during the week. Holy crap. Let's talk about Apes.
I know. Let's talk about some.
All right. Sean, minute 52. I don't think there are any tomatoes, eggs, chips, salt, anything. So
There's no
tell us
food
what's
in
going
this
on.
minute. Yeah, we're going to start minute 52 with the gorillas agreeing about guns and ends with General Aldo going to give Corny a talking to up in that tree.
All right. Here we go. Minute 52. Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Guns! Guns are power! We shall get them, and we shall keep them. With guns, we will smash the humans! All humans! And then we will smash Caesar! Look! It's Caesar's son.
And he overheard every word we said.
Cornelius, come down. Come down, or else.
As minute 52, we have a village worth of apes and humans, plus a ghost city's worth of radioactive people and Ricky.
All right, guys, so we got a lot this time to at least have fun with because the three of us giggled reenacted some of it as it went along. We've got, as you heard, we've got Corny up in the tree. He's looking down. He hears the gun power once we have it, all these kind of things. And then the moment comes that Aldo all but says we're going to overthrow everything and we're going to go for Caesar, and we get the bah amongst everybody. But I like it.
Well, that was my question.
Ape shall not kill ape.
So he says, we with guns we shall smash humans, all humans, and then we smash Caesar. And there's a quiet suddenly among the gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
A hush falls over the
Right.
crowd.
But the pause, I honestly cannot tell if it's because of Aldo's statement or if the pause is because they need it to let us know that Cornelius is in the tree listening. Like, I was waiting for an audio cue to let me know.
I was waiting for a branch to snap or something.
A branch to snap to let me know that that's why they hushed. Are the gorillas actually pausing because of what Aldo said? Or all the gorillas
so.
pausing
so.
because they think they got overheard?
Because the big...
Because ape shall not kill ape.
Well, and not only that, the big key to it in the visual is that he says that and they all kind of look at each other like, did he just say what I think he just said? And
Who
so
farted? I mean, what is
But-
going on here?
So to jump ahead, I agree that I expect a snap. And I think that a snapping branch would have been better when we transitioned
Instead
to the
of
guy that
just
goes,
looking
looks up
up,
there.
look, in the
who
tree.
arbitrarily looks. There, if a snap and draws that eye, and it's such an easy fix. But to go back to it, I think without question, these gorillas are thinking, did he just say we're going to overthrow the king?
You think that's what it is? Okay,
without question
I could
to
not
me.
tell though because it was a very very long pause.
It is hugely long.
It was a pause, and Aldo doesn't really stumble.
Right.
He kind of grunts like, did I say something wrong? I kind of needed that to be brought out a little bit more, that they were a little uncomfortable with what he had said somehow.
I agree. And then when we, the next shot is we cut back to Aldo looking at them, and he has that look as his eyes pan them of, come on, give me something back. So I think that's what they're attempting to do.
Yeah, he should have said something like, it should have been, and then we smash Caesar, and they, ape shall not kill ape. And he goes, Caesar's no ape, he's more man than ape. He loves the humans more than he loves apes, or something like that.
Or he could have even said, if they said ape shall not kill ape, he could go back and say, I didn't say we'll kill him. We're just going to over. He could. There's so many possibilities he could have done, but he doesn't seize that.
What would have done it for me is if he said we smash Caesar, and we have the muffled grunts of them kind of moving into this kind of moment, this powerful moment that he's building up to, and he says they smash Caesar, and then it goes silent. And once that silent happens, we see them start to murmur again as if they're getting excited by this. That would let me know that they were surprised by it, but now they're behind it. Like I just needed something to let me know, because otherwise the pause looks like it was just intended for a cue that Cornelius is up in the trees.
Well, and then when I'm watching, I'm skimming through this. So he says that we go to the shot of the apes, and it goes back to that shot of Aldo looking at them. I almost feel like if I'm cutting that scene, I go to Cornelius first, because they just talked about basically killing my father.
Right.
Then you could go to that Aldo thing. And, you even look at the way that Cornelius moves within the tree. You could easily put the rustle sound, because he moves a little bit. He's panicked. He's scared. That's his father. They could have just put and then look up would have been so much better, because what we instead get is a man with very crystal clear white eyes in his gorilla makeup looking up and just
coincidentally,
arbitrarily happening defying it.
Right. And not to harp on this, but when Aldo says we smash Caesar, yes, a shot of Cornelius back to the quiet gorillas. I need Aldo to say something more than just
I agree.
He goes, I want him to sell this moment to let me know that they're uneasy, because again, it's a long enough pause that I can't tell if they're just giving breath so that we know that Cornelius is in the trees, or if they're actually concerned about what was said. I just need a little bit more
to keep it and to motivate it. They should have had Ricky run past the branch, and Cornelius kind of reaches out to try to grab Ricky, and that's when
we should
the
see him
gorilla
kill
looks up.
Ricky.
Yeah, snap.
That's why his hand's like this. I'm smashing.
Is that what it is?
Ricky.
He's going to go get Ricky.
Yeah. He's crushed Ricky.
Aldo could have done something in that moment, to give that speech, like you're saying, you needed a bit more from him. He, at that point, almost it feels like he should have stepped beyond. If we don't do this, the humans will kill us. Use that kind of motivation. If he'd said that, I think that would have clarified a lot of what their hesitation in, but it would also then motivate them. He's right. We got to follow them, or follow our leader. Were you going to say something, Sean?
Do you think the gorillas have wanted to kill humans this whole time, or is it only Aldo who's raising these desires to smash humans and kill